Oh, hey, didn't see you there. So, now that I've got you here, let's talk some politics. My name's Dylan St. Pierre. I'm a student in Dr. Strangelove's political communications class. And so we had to do a big research project where essentially we heard guest speakers who were politicians. We took notes on them and we coded them and we added them all into our final report. Which leads me to my next subject, what I learned in the class. I learned three main things. I learned how to take good field notes. I learned how to code those field notes, and then I learned how to produce a quality report using all of that information. So, first things first, field notes. I've taken notes in my classes. I'm sure you've done the same, but this is a bit different. You kind of just need to really, it's a big ethnographic thing, right? Your field notes. You have to really immerse yourself in the setting and take good quality notes because you're going to use that data later. So we had a good template here from the professor, which we recorded the words, so what they said, any symbols, stuff about them. I'm wearing a Rough Riders sweater. I like the Rough Riders, that type of thing. Their claims, their values, and my feelings towards them, and just my feelings in general. If I was hungry or tired or anything like that, it's all important data that needs to get recorded, which I didn't previously know. Then we had to sketch our field site. Sometimes you can take a picture, but in some places like a courtroom, you're not allowed to take a picture, so a sketch is always good. Now, one thing you'll notice is all my notes are handwritten. This is because when you're typing, I find it so automatic and automated, it kind of removes you from the experience, especially because you have this big screen sitting right in front of you. So then when you're typing, I find myself looking at the screen more instead of looking around me, and I could be missing out on all kinds of information. So next is my coding. Sorry there, got lost in my codes for a second. Yeah, I've got a lot of them. So the next step was to take those field notes and write them into different codes. So I chose 4 broad categories: things that were policy related, things that were communication related, things that were personal achievement related, and things that were the politician's personal qualities. I color coded them in yellow for policy, blue for communications, orange for personal achievement, and green for personal quality. This is just a method of organizing the data, and it basically helps you organize it, and so you don't just have a jumble of words. You actually have data, and you can see how they relate to each other, what's more common, and you use that in your final report. Now, I'll admit I was really overwhelmed by this at first. It was a new experience, and I was kind of like, what the heck, where do I even start? But once I got the hang of it, I was all good. So the last thing I learned was how to produce a quality report. This is really important because we had to get it binded. We had to make sure it was all kind of proper. We had color in it and all that kind of stuff. It wasn't one of these good old staple in the corner, jumbled up, ruffled papers. This is not acceptable. And so by putting the time in and putting all that effort in, it's good to get a kind of concrete product at the end that you can really be proud of. And the last thing I learned in the course was just an appreciation for different viewpoints. A lot of students raised different points and different perspectives than I had previously heard in the class, and I really learned from that. I went in with kind of a set mindset, but to hear other students raise their perspectives and concerns with the speakers, it really broadened my horizons, and I learned a lot from them. It's more of a real gray area in politics than just black and white, as I had previously thought. So thank you, Professor. Thank you to all my classmates. Thank you to the guest speakers. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I think it's definitely worth an A+. And I'll see you guys later.